Mr. President, thank you for the positions you have granted TESO in your government. We commend your leadership for the peace, security, and stability we enjoy today. Thank you for the women manifestation. Thank you for youth empowerment. Thank you for the inclusion of the vulnerable and disadvantaged groups. Mr. President, thank you for the democracy and the exercise of self-determination that we enjoy today. Mr. President, this and many more are some of the sacrifices you have made for this country. Mr. President, despite all that you have done for this country, your people in Soroti have the following requests to put back to you. We thank you for the Kumi, Ngora, Serere, and Kagwara Road. That will be tarmacked very soon. However, Your Excellency, while at Parliament and here in Soroti, we believe that if the minister changes the design and modifies it so that we can tarmac Soroti, Asuret, or Chapa link, we also tarmac Soroti, Atira, Serere. In total, these are less than 40 kilometers. Mr. President, we shall have connected the link between all these districts on tarmac. Mr. President, to look into the road from Soroti, Gweri, Toroma to Katakwi. It is a strategic road that will improve movement between Moroto, Katakwi, and into Soroti. Your Excellency, a few years ago when you were in Kamuda, you promised the people that government would provide a ferry that would operate in Lale, Sangai, Kagwara, and Namasale. We know that there is so much that the government is doing, but we humbly wish to remind you that if this ferry could be provided, it would support socio-economic transformation. Your Excellency the President, in the district, we have Dakabela County, Gweri County, and Soroti County, all of whom do not have a single technical institute. Mr. President, the sub-counties of Aukot and Awaliwal in Gweri, or Chokchan in Soroti County, Ochuloi and Katine in Dakabela, all of which don't have a government senior secondary school. As per the policy of the Minister of Education and Sports, we request you, Your Excellency, you consider and provide these places with seed secondary schools. Your Excellency, while presiding over the National Youth Day celebrations in Soroti, Koa PTC, you directed the State House Controller to build a multipurpose hall at the PTC. Today, that particular promise has not yet been attended to. Your Excellency, your late friend, the Honorable Atekere Ejalo, you did promise that the Memorial Technical Institute in his honor would be constructed at Asuret. We wish humbly to remind you about this. Excellency, may I now go to the last point for today. Like in the story of the biblical prodigal son, Soroti district is now back in the NRM family. We support NRM as a part. The doubters will tell our story on the 15th January 2026. Your Excellency, when the prodigal son returned home, his father prepared a feast where he ordered for the slaughter of the fattened bull to celebrate the return of the son. Soroti has in the
Are you looking for?
Museveni oye! Museveni oye! NRM oye! New Energy oye!
assured of a resounding victory in the forthcoming elections in our district. God bless our beloved party chairman. God bless our flag bearer. God bless His Excellency Yoweri Kaguta Museveni for God and my country. Another boy, Soroti City, Kaguta, asanteni sana, Yalama, Opoeno Totwal.
Thank you. Hariko oye! Soroti oye! Museveni oye! Thank you for this wonderful report. It gives us satisfaction at the level of ideological clarity that our leaders have. Thank you for highlighting those key points. It's a sign of confidence and giving us support that you have continued to thank NRM and especially President Yoweri Kaguta Museveni. May I now take the opportunity to invite Comrade Calvin Eshodo as the Regional Vice Chairman to come and receive us in his region, and thereafter he will invite the second National Vice Chairperson to invite our candidate to address us. Calvin Oye! Eshodo Oye! Yalama. Museveni oye! Museveni oye! NRM oye! New Energy oye! Your Excellency, the President of the Republic of Uganda, Right Honorable Speaker, all the SEC members who have come to support us here,
honorable ministers, members of parliament, all the security leaders and religious leaders, we welcome you to Soroti. Ateker Yoganoi, Kumamnyai, Emurioliai. Your Excellency, as you can see, there is a change in Soroti City and Soroti District. As you can see, these people love you. Soroti is no longer a center of opposition. Soroti is becoming an NRM base. This is a start of a new chapter for Soroti City and Soroti District. Your Excellency, this is a political event and every vote matters. Allow me a personal moment to introduce my wife to you, who has traveled all the way from the USA to support you in this rally. To Your Excellency, I'm very happy to introduce my wife, Dorothy Chodu, to you and to all the people of Soroti City and Soroti District. Thank you very much.
Abu berenye jukanga sai no mara putoke da muchala irika kirokwa na berenye si
Your Excellency, pardon me, I got excited to take a picture with you. I did not finish my comments. So before I invite the National Vice Chairperson, I just want to thank you for what you have done for Soroti City. You can remember that a few years ago, Soroti was full of IDPs. But through your determination, your focus, you have not only brought peace to Soroti, but to Uganda and most of Africa. We thank you for that. Your Excellency, Soroti is now ready for business. As I spoke to you earlier, we are putting a first-class golf facility in this place. And we are inviting you to break ground. Why a golf club? Because golf is a rich man's business. And we believe that when we have a first-class golf club here, rich people will come and they will invest in this place. Your Excellency, at one time, I wanted to build a mall here. But you told me that there is no money in Teso. Let's first teach them Ibar. Your Excellency, we took that advice and we are very willing to listen to you as you guide us into Abar. We are going to work with you to bring investors to Soroti. After elections, I will be bringing some investors to meet with you. We have an industrial park here in Soroti City, but it's one of the least undeveloped. We want to make sure that park is developed. Your Excellency, with your leadership, we are going to transform Soroti City We are going to transform Soroti district, Teso, and Eastern region. Thank you very much. We love you. We are going to get votes for you. With that, allow me to invite the second Vice National Chairperson to welcome you. Thank you.
NRM oye! Ikiaswere sakana kode nganyu na kanini kere. Akode itunga lwe President Museveni kere. Mama yete don't report konyo tentane. Akode nganyu na kanini kere. NRM oye! If you're not raising your hand, you leave my tent. NRM oye! President Museveni oye! Your Excellency, the President of the Republic of Uganda and the flag bearer of the NRM Mighty Party, we want to welcome you to our beautiful city, Soroti City. Your Excellency, we also want to thank you for giving us Soroti City. I was in the 10th Parliament when you gave us the city, and we are gladly happy that you gave it to us. Out of that city, we are benefiting a lot. Your Excellency, you know very well that I used to be in FDC, and I used to be the mobilizer in FDC. Now, when the FDCs, whom we recruited in Soroti, saw us crossing, I made a record to cross. I made a... Where are you? All of you. Now we have others who want to cross. We have FDCs here who want to cross today before you. And I want to request Honorable Rico to come and organize his team. Your Excellency, when you listened to the memo from the city and from the district, that was a very rich memo. Your Excellency, just like Lira that you gave Akibwa Stadium, Hoima, you gave a stadium. Now the people of Soroti are humbly asking for a stadium in this field. And I know with you, everything is possible. Your Excellency, we also want to thank you for the road that is being worked on from Tororo, Mbale, Soroti, Lira, Kona Kamudin. We want to thank you so, so much. But all the roads that were mentioned by the chairpersons, as a Speaker of Parliament, I can affirm that the money has been provided for and courtesy of none other than His Excellency President Yoweri Kaguta Museveni. The ones that are not there are in the NDP4, and that is what government is going to work on in the next coming years. Your Excellency, the Soroti Flying School, the airfield that the chairperson talked about, we want to request you as a region that we transform the airfield to international airport. The land is available, and we know with the President Museveni, even the money will be available for the airport. We want to thank you so much, and then we want to thank you for the hospital. As the chairman talked about this hospital, the hospital is too small to accommodate the district and the city. And we want to thank the university for giving us land. And because the land was provided for, you also asked your team to put it in the NDP4, and that is going to be done and very soon. Itungalu eroto lebuni BKK ebete ferabunere ebu eferi mame beto na lo seroto kere era dona tubunu na gala tubunun mere ko pangin erona tubuna tubunun eroto lelo sabudia eji serigine bete ite mokin Meruponi. Ema mebo bona keritane. Mambo ni yala merone Arrow Boys. Arrow Boys lopora yaute peace ne. We want to thank you so much. Kwana ema ni akerit. There is total peace. And we are going to bring a gali. A better gala bongo. Uponi. Your Excellency, in the spirit of reconciliation, and love for the party, my two brothers today have agreed to work together and support NRM, deliver NRM, and build NRM. And I want them to come and just greet you, my two brothers, Honorable Mike Mukula and Honorable Chodu. You come and show us that today you're working. You're going to work together and develop this area. We love you for that spirit. We want reconciliation. We want to work together. I wish all other people could emulate what these two leaders are doing. We want to thank you so much. And because of the unity, we are going to deliver TESO. We will deliver TESO for NRM, President, for all the flag bearers. Thank you. Thank you, Excellency. As I conclude, Your Excellency, I want to thank you, and the people of TESO want to thank you for the peace that you brought to TESO, for the development that you have brought, for the industrial hub that you have put here. We want to thank you so much. Your Excellency, Your Excellency, now that you have greeted your sons, I want to invite you to come and talk to your people. The people that you brought from despair to hope. The people that you brought from poverty to now opportunities. And the people you brought from insecurity to security. We want to invite you, come and talk to your people and give them further hope. Yalama Papa Bunere, and may the good Lord bless you and protect you as you continue with looking for your vote.
Okay. Yoga, the people of Soroti, people of TESO, yoga.
Imalates Papa President, itunga lo Soroti yoga kere.
Papa President, tiemo to undere jo me Soroti be yoga.
Kopango, kumam, kopango.
Ko benyo, perense moto be benyo, un kumam.
Now I am here with the leaders from Kampala to present to you the NRM manifesto.
Ijango ne kede ngarenok, lue ponto salaijo Kampala, lue patalo NRM. Aitete mikine esi, aina peta no NRM.
NRM is a group which has been active in Uganda here and in Africa for the last 65 years.
Erapuga no NRM na ijai aitemonokin eja utenela apolo Akwa pano Uganda, kiden Africa, kid Africa kere.
For the last 65 years.
Otoma ukara kaisa kanyapa ilkan luokau. Your Excellency, we believe that we translate in one language so that we don't take too long.
Very good.
Thank you.
Now, in the manifesto,
Kotoma inapeta nuapugana no NRM.
we have pointed out 7 contributions NRM has done to Uganda and East Africa, and even Africa.
Idawa ichikunu aina peta nuetodo likapuga no NRM akaisara lukanyare nuuda ikamuntos Uganda kiden Africa kid Africa kere.
In the last 40 years.
Kotoma ikara kaisangon luokau.
The first contribution is what people have talked about, the I-Kuch.
Na sodit ngesingina limpapa aipuj. Kenapa kinos.
I remember when I was here, when we were fighting with the rebels, they ambushed me at Ochuloi when I was going to Katine.
Eitutango kawangina ajaengo ne ejie kede lwa utasamengeri kitapugan alaijo Ochuloi.
Then, but Teso is where we defeated the rebels.
Kwenye chuta noi Teso ne ngesapote tele karatar munula mengeri kitosa pugan.
In Anyara, that's where our local people and the PUPDF killed Tabule.
Alaiji Anyara ngesapoti kostu yo kitunga inomara tare komanda labaka itabule.
And the other day I was in Amuria, a place called Apopong. That was the turning point where we defeated Vincent Oti.
Edo poto maboisho ngesilaiji Amuria nebaka Apopong neni do chuta pote tele karatar eja kaitilo be Vincent Oti.
That is where I used for the first time our gunships, and they crushed Vincent Oti's group.
Ngini na sodit engo aitosom epokpokita anu aipunupunara ajiokoti kere.
Because before, what do you call eating food without sauce? What do you call it in our language here?
Aibang.
Before, we were Aibang the rebels.
Okawangina, iutasa ibang, amekerkina kapugan.
We were just following them on foot. Fatanyayo, on foot.
Oswile wala atupita my ukau ebe ngune atupakisi atupita ukau tai.
Then Oti would be ahead 5 kilometers. He leaves the group to keep ambushing us when we are following him.
Ojaido eja kaidlubo tingaren do dai bianakin nepeta mairo ngaren alokini kini ketele pai anwango pinikini so.
But this time we introduced sauce, and the sauce was gunships.
Kwenye dana apotise yata kisa cheche. Ida cheche na jai anwelu ji atapana ngesido idege ilu kuju ipokpokita na ngun.
And the gunships would attack the main force, even when the foot soldiers were still far behind.
Asanu angunu apedoretila helicopter silu alosite aitotwaikina akim neja asira bolsongare na ngina araide ja asaji okokosiche erikeja asikau.
And that battle of using combined arms happened first here at Apopong, a place called Apopong in Amuria.
Ido na sodita itosom ejie la itosoma kujo kwamin kero kwapuda na soditike itosomao ngesabo isine baka Apopong anena Amuria.
So that's how eventually we got I-Kuch in the whole of Uganda.
Ngini do chuti ngesi desiaroni ai nyakuna ipuj Uganda kere.
And that is our contribution to Uganda.
Ido ngini chut nyesin aitodolikinet na itegelikina ninyakoni akwapuno Uganda.
But it's not just the weapons and the gunships. It is also the thinking that guides our politics and our defense efforts.
Konye mamera ebe iji isi obon ngesa poto pedosi ay yakuna ipuj. Ay yatakita ay choritunga ay jula omisho ay tetenara keta omom ngunu ngesa beite apoti nyakuti tunga amisiki na ipuj.
The main thinking is that we don't believe in sectarianism of religion or tribes. We believe in patriotism and Pan-Africanism.
Nwa beite chut mami koto ay sinikokta omom nwa tekerin angaje pesine arabonati idinin ekota ite koro aite ajokisina okakwap aite ay morkikina na okitunga kere.
We love Uganda, we love Africa because we need them for our prosperity.
Iminoni Uganda, iminoni itungalo Africa, iminoni ikokipei nara ikoto na ngini dopa oni anuona adumunapolo.
That's how we are able to build a strong party and a strong security system, army, police, and so on.
Chuti na ngesiborene ngara kinoni aduku na tukotono NRM ne gogong aduku na boy tight ne pugaere na gogong nu ngesapote swamata.
Now the second contribution is Apple.
Na yarete ngesinali mu papa president ngin na Apple.
Apple development has two parts.
Ido shooting in Apollo, idumuni jebe jasi atenakare.
There is the economic infrastructure on the one hand and the social infrastructure on the other hand.
Ejai na chuti kamunti akerianudu oshepedope doja dope ni kamut aitopola teker.
The economic infrastructure includes the roads, the electricity, the telephones, the piped water, the railway, and so on.
Na kerianutu nyesini mori ariti irotini esimulo iwayai akirono akipi akimina API iborongunu kere luitoso maoni anwakira anwagwelanar.
You people in Teso, you have witnessed what has been done on that front.
Esu noi luoteso iwanyutesi kodocho nueswama pugan otoma ariangin.
We have paid the main dates of NRM to Teso in the area of the roads. We are remaining with just two areas.
Abeta shoot it touch apesenena ikamunda kironi rotin oteso kwenye saltos bala arebon ideuna.
We repaired the road from Tororo.
3 shops, 0 results. But on Gigi, 1 search, seconds. Why stress offline? Buy, sell, use. Gigi.
Realize your Tororo adolu nutonine.
We have done it several times actually.
Ido isamanu irwan.
Then we extended the tarmac road from here to Katine, to Otuboy, to Dokoro, to Lira, all the way to Kamudini.
Asote bobe yatakin, Ariora iduke road, anyo no Soroti, adola atine, aibe Otuboy, api kwiton Dokolo, amanakini Lera, ai kokoro to ni Kamudin.
Then we extended the road from here to Katakwi to Moroto.
Asote bobo, ai temokine road, anyo na ne tonichuti Moroto.
Then we brought a road from Parisa bypassing Mbare and it hits Kuvi.
Asote da na alemune roto tirinyi aitolu Parisa asote inachambale engunu kiding kumi.
So we are remaining with 2 dates.
Konyado kwani saltos keda pesenare.
Or 3.
Bala uni.
The one from Kumi, Ngora, Serere, Kagwara, Bugondo. That we have the money. It is now, they are now looking for the contractor to do it.
Abete ikatunga. Apesa na dope, ngesero tolo Kumi, aibe Ngora, aitoro Serere, aloste Agwara, Toni Bugondo. Kwenye jangunu da, iuta kwa na alemunu lebu na duk, anyu nebe egiara swam.
Now, there is a road which people in Kampala don't know about, but I've been telling them all the time. This is the road from Soroti, Amuria, Obananga, Achanpi.
Ebalabo papa be. Ejero te dope mamitunga lo Kampala jenete. Eroto lenyo una neo Soroti, aibe Amuria, alosto Balanga, olosa Achanpi, atuborto na bimngina, eroto bongoni yese dope.
So in Kampala, I tell them I need a road to link Soroti with Karamoja.
Amilanga limono kini luo Kampala lu. Ikatunga la kodonge road, leru chokini Soroti, tonamuria aibe toningaren.
Then the Kampala people say, you old man, we have already built the road to Moroto.
Koni katunga lulu. Idumuri kyo Kampala bakasamba ha mam. Idawa na iduke rolo Moroto, otitingori bere papa, ije polo no dare ubere.
Then because I have been using these roads, I say no. There is an area which you don't know. They don't know that area. So
Konyenga limono kini okesi, esu mamesi jenete, abeda mamlu ilato se o Kampala ngina. Konyenga jeli ngiroti lunare tore nengo, ejokero tolo.
So that road will be done.
Ido akono alimo inesi, erotongo lilimu, Soroti, Amuria, Obalanga, Achanpi, ilose itemo kine rotongon, aidu.
Otuke, Adilang, Abim.
Daru chokin Otuke, Adilang, alose chuto na Abim.
Then there's a road from Katine to Ochero, which we are already working on. That one we have the money and we are working on it.
Ejaibo vero tole nyo na ne atine, aibeto no Ochero. Ngoni idawage unuda, iuto na iduke rotongon.
Then there is a short road from Serere to here, to Soroti. That's a short road.
Papa yalama noi. Ebaka bala papa eswere sakan. Eroto kanyo uno Serere, abong ni Soroti ne, adaungesa omom, elosingesa duko kinone kola Sorotongon.
Through a place called Asuret.
Ebalangesi chuti, aitoru no bukecha, honorable ku Asuretene, aibeto no taunune, ebete biakine kolas.
I know those areas more than you people because I have been using them.
Ebala papa ve ajene ngiroti nguna de pareslu ariko, nara enge torene inen.
But there is also the road from Katakwi to Toroma to Bisina. To the ferry. That one can also be looked at later.
Ebalamo papa, ejero tolo Katakwi, aibe Toroma, tona lostela ija meri no Bisina, elosiongonda adukokin.
So, that's on the side of the road.
Ngunu berenui kamuntos irotin.
The telephones, you all have telephones now.
Kwenye churi simun, esulu ipuane, ijase sukereke di simun.
Now, on electricity, you have seen the electricity, it is now here. It has gone to Katakwi, it has gone to Kaperamaido, it is all over the place.
Akimida na EPA, iwanyute sakimina EPA, adoluto no center na akus, adolo Katakwida, abeto no bukechogwa angida ngariam, tonamuriado bukechi Musa, eja Akim.
Now, I was looking at the electricity for
Autang erera kirono Akim.
for the Soroti city.
Akimi noi anwesa neo city.
All the sub-counties are now linked with the headquarters.
Ite mwana kere lueya pieto sita ne eruchokina kede kiding etaun anwakim.
Yes, I have the file here.
Ebala papa be abeite be jasi ne apapulai.
Let me read for you the file here.
Mebere ngasho make sunu jasi.
Karaki I'm talking about Soroti city.
Enera ngono nikamuto se city lo Soroti.
Because we are now here in Soroti city, Soroti district.
Nara ikopukwa ni jayo nine o city lo Soroti o district lo Soroti.
I have the file here.
Eja ine pene chut apapula neja saina peta.
Asurate.
Alaijo tem Asurate.
Gweri.
Alaije Ogweri.
Kamuda.
Chutaibe kwap Kamuda.
Ochokchan.
Tonida alaijo Chokchan.
Awaliwali.
Kwapuda Awaliwal.
Aukot.
Alaije da Aukot.
Lale.
Kwapuda Lale.
Arapai.
Tonarapai da.
Katine.
Tonatine da.
Tubur Town Council.
Idolojo town ulo Tuburuda.
Tubur.
Tonetem Tubur.
I think it is Tubur Rural.
That is sub-county.
Yes.
Yes.
Then Ochuroi.
Tonilaije temo Chuloi.
All these have electricity up to the headquarters of the sub-county.
Adola Kimichut. Toni office letem.
Now in the Karaki, the other we may not have reached all it has reached the districts, but not maybe all the sub-counties.
Konya jeni ngochuta laiji okalaki, adolaki mobuku, kededa o district, konya bere mamishara kina, aboishon walking on a district.
Now coming to water, I'm looking at water here. I have the file here for the two districts.
Ajase ngochuti ne keda file ne jasakiro nikamutos esite kede district.
The Soroti district has got 359 villages.
A district alo Soroti ejasi kedi chaloi akwata uni akaisa kan ikanyangon.
263 have access to, I think, boreholes mainly.
Akwatare akaisa kanyapi uni ejasi no ikeda gilon.
This is 73%.
Eraina akaisa kanyari uni koto makwatat.
It is 96 villages which don't have a borehole.
Ichalo ya akaisa kanyango ni kanyape emame ete tona gilonda.
Which is 26.7%.
Ngine ra akaisa ra lukanyape anwakwatat.
Now coming to Soroti municipality, there's a pipe to water there.
Alomdune kidingo city ejasaki pinwa pipe no ejasine. Serving 83,000 people. Nuijana kinete itunga ilukumina kaisa kanyauni iuni.
There is a pipe to water.
Ada utaki pinwa pipe no adole regweri kecha rikodangina.
I have all the files here.
Ejasa na peta kerene afailoka.
So we don't have time to go through the whole list, but the idea is piped water and also water for production in the form of dams and irrigation.
Emame ona pak. Ai namina mangini bore. Kone ine no abate. Nwe polo kone sa anyune be ejasa kipi no pipe on ido ejasa kipi nuito soma chokchoka anwakol.
Like for instance, irrigation here.
Ino maberejo akoru na
There are 4 irrigation projects, including OPI,
Ejasi abo isho ne utara koru na ichok agia una ne oreo piai
15 acres.
Ejayoto ma Misiri na to na kan
Awoja,
Alaija awoja
13 acres.
ya Misiri na to na uni
Ojikai,
Ojikai
10 acres.
a Misiri na to mon
And Alele.
Kedelaija alere.
Now, this irrigation is very crucial.
Akoruna ay choko kede Iran eraina epola gugong kedameda.
It will make you produce all the time in the whole year.
Ingara kiti jo Isaac Iran ekaruke re.
I can give the example of Dr. Muranga in Bushenyi.
Akoruna ina kinesi ajenu neta jaka ita baka ibe Dr. Muranga alaije obushenyi.
If you can get it on the video there.
Akoro kwananga ilipi katunga lo achumana ukweta isberesi akirokia Muranga achumana no erekiso.
We can continue, they will get it for us. So this is all
Ebala papebe eyata kisbereiner yata kinibona cheda.
on economic infrastructure.
Owaya lo akeri anut.
But there's also social infrastructure.
Kwenye de jangunu luikamuto sapolo na teker.
Mainly health,
Kanoino ichuti angaleu
and education.
kede asyoman.
Let's look at education.
Ido owaya la asyoman.
There are 54 parishes
Eja sitela akaisa kanyi wongono
in the Soroti district.
Kotomo district alo Soroti.
But the district already has
plantation which you've had, we've already gone beyond 50 tons
let's see the irrigation now.
yield
Ebala papa be
per year.
ete
Matoke
otogano
is
nile
an
korie
important part,
kede chok.
but especially in the dry season. So here we are using irrigation, drip irrigation, as you can really see, using water, especially in the dry season. Drip irrigation, the advantage with it is that it sends water where it is required. PBD does not depend on national water. We make our own water, which we pump every day. 90% of the water is used for irrigation, and the other 10% is processed for use in pilot plant and estate residential areas. This swamp, as per NEMA allows us to use a third of the water flow. But in the dry season, we even just use 12% of the water flow. So there is still enough water which we can pump. We've already finished the feasibility study to distribute the same irrigation water to the farmers, mainly along the water pipeline. So the structures you are seeing here are mainly to do primary filtration of the water. You have seen the color of the water through that aeration. It's our water in the western region is full of iron. So we always reduce the iron content by passing it through the air. Each of these pumps 40 cubic meters per hour.
Now, the banana plantation
Itetesi eraingini amisiri ne target.
operated by Dr. Muranga, one of our scientists.
Eraya misiri na uta ejakai Dr. Muranga ipe
She's using the government land we gave her.
O eutaito soma alupoko no apuga nwijia ikinoni ngesi eraberu.
To produce bananas.
Euta ngesi akoru etaget.
What is interesting
Iboreni tegelikina
is that she's producing 53 tons per hectare with irrigation and fertilizer.
Euta chuti aitolomo ikilo ilukumina kaisaka nyuni angini Misiri.
53 tons per hectare. 53 tons.
The tons, I'm translating it in kilos.
53 tons.
Ikilo ilukumina kaisakan no target.
The nearby Banyankore, using their own methods,
Itungalu ankole loya pieta nepanen aito soma kechachoa.
They produce 5 tons.
Imunu kere imunya ankole ngun etolo munenete ikilo ilukumini kan
per hectare.
Anu hectare dopet araba misiri na aratu tubet.
Dr. Muranga is producing now 10 times more bananas than those Banyankore there around.
Itedojo kwa namchaltana itolo muni irwana tomon etagetelo ekoriete luchelu imunyankole.
So that's why we say, please, irrigation, irrigation, irrigation.
Ngesi chuti balarebe ai choki choko ai chok chok ai chok chok.
Now coming to the education sector,
Owayalo Ashoman.
There are 69 government primary schools in Soroti district.
Eja sisemeroi akaisa kanya pe ikanyangon Soroti district.
And 29 government primary schools in Soroti city.
Ido city ane isemero apugan akaisa ralu kanyangon.
There are 5 government secondary schools in Soroti district.
Ajay Papa?
There are 5 secondary schools in Soroti district.
Eja sisemeroi ikan lu osinia Alaijo district.
And 5 government schools in Soroti city.
Ejaspo we can kidding or seated ane.
So we are continuing to build the primary schools.
Iwota yamakini aiduki semero elu primary.
Although the primary schools are 69, they are not even distributed in the parishes.
Araida chutera sisemeroi akaisa kanyapi kanyangon low primary. Mamu ekora kine joko tomoitela kere.
That is for Soroti district.
Kanoi no ichuto Soroti district.
Because the parishes are 54.
Narai itela erasa kaisa kanyango akasaka iwongon akasaka
primary schools are more than the parishes.
Ipui semero low primary ade paritela.
But because they are not uniformly distributed,
Konye narai mame koro korakine jok
21 parishes don't have.
Itela kaisara indio mame semero low primary.
So please in future be careful, you the managers. Don't put too many primary schools of the government in one parish and then forget about the others.
Akoronga ilip esului kamunto saite monokineta ochoitos mami kwa makineti semero apugan oitela is denye kini luche wanyutosi chan.
Because the government primary schools are now 69.
Nara chuti isemero apugan adorota kaisa kanyape ikanyangon.
The parishes are 54.
Itela era kaisa kan iwongon.
We therefore have already more primary schools of the government than the parishes.
Apoloke ipu isemero apugan low primary ade paritela.
But we have got 21 parishes without any primary school.
Kunye yao ni keditela akaisara indop lwe mame esemero araide dope.
Which means that the primary schools are concentrated in some parishes, not in others.
Apollo ke ibumubu akina isemero ilo primary oitela iche omame oitela iche.
The policy is one government primary school per parish, one government secondary school per sub-county.
Erai chuta inapeta pugan esemero dopelo primary oitela esemero dopelo senior otem.
Now coming to the health centers.
Owayala dekisha.
The file is all here.
Ota papa mona papulani kamunti across the net packet.
The Soroti district has got 12 sub-counties.
A district alo Soroti ejasi kedi temwana ejasi kedi itela itomunare. Itemwa, sorry, itemwan.
There is one health center for
Ejai adekis na doketaita na ongonet adiope.
And 5 health center series.
Ido adekisha no doketaita na uniet rasa kan.
Therefore, there are 6 sub-counties which do not have any health facility of either health center 3, health center 4, or hospital.
Apollo ke ejasi itemwani kanyape lwe mamei adekisna doketaita na uniet adekisna doketaita na ngonet ara Dexino district.
Therefore, the plan is as follows.
Opupokisi erasa inapeta upona lota.
Upgrade Tiriri Health Center 4 to a general hospital.
Elosio aikia una Tiriri ara una dekis na Polon. Soroti pupeta esi.
Upgrade Kamuda Health Center 3 to Health Center 4.
Ebe itaikia un adekisi na Amuda ara una Health Center 4.
Upgrade Aukot Health Center 2 in Aukot Sub-County to Health Center 3.
Aikia una adekisi na Aukot anyono Health Center lo yaret tono Health Center lo uniet.
Upgrade Award Health Center 2 in Award Sub-County to Health Center 3.
Aikia una adekisi na Awaliwal anyono Health Center 2 tono Health Center 3.
Upgrade Lare Health Center 2 in Lare Sub-County to Health Center 3.
Aikia uno adekisi no Health Center no nale anyona no yaret tona uniet.
Upgrade Ochoki Chan Health Center 2 in Ochoki Chan Sub-County to Health Center 3.
Aikia un adekisi no Chokchan anyona no yaret tona Health Center na uniet.
Congrats, my guy. Show up when it counts. Be home your way. Send money from the UK to over 10 African countries with the best exchange rates at zero transfer fee, delivered in minutes. Download.
Oitela Luchekwi Idumunijo Hela Kirono Itopolo Ateker.
The schools, the health centers.
Isemeroi Adekisia.
Then on the other side, economic infrastructure, the roads, electricity, and so on.
Awayaje akerianut igudoi akimina ipie akirono akipi kedibori chedangun.
All these together are a pole.
Iboro luke rimor kikijo esa akirono a pole.
So now we have two words in our manifesto.
Apolo ke itodokyo na kirare koto mainapeta anwe pugaya lo NRM.
I coach.
I put you na sodit.
And Apollo.
Apollo na yare.
Now this is where a question comes in.
Kwanado na ngesebunya aka iniset.
There are good tarmac roads now in Soroti.
Ikopu kwana eja narirotini lwekolas eja Soroti.
Do you adjourn on the tarmac road at night?
Ijo chuti, ijo roto le kolas, nareje kolas o town ne. Ijo kolas.
Where do you adjourn?
Ebala papa ibi joto itese. Ai? Ebakasi kesi okais they sleep in houses.
You sleep in your homes?
Yes.
In Ore?
Ebi joto itese Ore.
You adjourn in Ore?
Yes.
Yarama edeke.
Inshallah we kidding esedeke na joto itese Ore.
Now, even me, tonight I will adjourn in my Ore here.
Araida ngesi, eja ngesi Soroti ne, ejoto ngesi doreke ne edunyike de pamba.
Now, this is where the question comes in. When you go back to Ore, the Ichan you left in the morning will still be there.
Araida eje kolas otaunu ne edolo jabo morore idumuni je beri kichan luna ninye kidijo ijasore mere kwangi.
And the Ichan will say Eyarama Abungen.
Ebala Papa President copy pupo teresi. Bidolije bakasi chanebe etwene alama abongun.
Say, we are still here. We are still here.
Idumuni bakasi chane iriko sija ine.
The children have no sugar.
Imame idu eskali.
There is no milk.
Imame etakipi. Abrakile.
No paraffin or electricity.
Imame akinyete netodoma.
The clothes are not enough.
Ekaditosi guene rida pacha bonejiasi.
So that's why, from the beginning, the NRM insisted on another contribution. Apor is there, Aikuch is there, but Abar must be there also.
So bala papebe, ara ideja Aikuch, ara ideja Apol, ebala NRM, ekodomuno jasi, konye kodoja itunga barada.
Because some people, even scholars in the university, in the 60s, who were telling them, development. Then I would say, but development, does it include a bar at home?
Ikoloso, ajalu ipiroriti lwa shomaritos. Idumuri generasi, akirianud, Apollo, akirianud. Konyingisi so kesi, akirianud generasi suna. Eputosi keda bar araibo biai.
And from the 1960s, I thought it was crucial to distinguish between Apor, which is ours, which is shared, the road is ours, and Abar, which is mine as an individual, or as a family, or as a company.
So, iso, ibalasebe, ekodoja atiaketait, Apollo erai nemorio, itunga kerelo sto road emorio. Itunga kerelo sadekisha emorio. Konye iborene polo ngesa bar. Nara bar erai naka arai neka kal.
Therefore, from 1995, I came here. I went everywhere. I was telling you, Aiga Akipi, Aymar, Abar. I was telling you about all this.
Agia uno karale lukumite do pakwa takanyango na kaisa kanyango ni kani. Erimokite ngane, abala ngesebe, ikadwa la kirono abar. Ega atakipi. Anyute ponelo ichuria onida ay pakas. Tote roni di dumuna abar.
Fortunately, some people listened to my message.
Ichi ato maese anuarerem apoto pupoto no enerango.
Like we were just now with Joseph Ijala of Serere.
Kapati kop kwana ibuni nano Serere ijaiso kede Joseph Ijala.
Let's see what he did when he had my message here. I was speaking here.
Angole kisibero ninu akiri Ijala. Enerasa wokedelu Ijala nepane isapuku Ijala kakiro ngole kisi.
Hello, my name is Joseph Ijala. I'm the proprietor of Taifa Farm, which is located in Serere in a place called Kakusi, where we are. And in Taifa, we have dairy, poultry, and we're also making laundry bar soap. But we also have the value addition aspect of the farm, where we produce yogurt and pack it, tin it for the market. This project started 11 years ago after an inspiration from His Excellency, the President of Uganda, when he had come here and he was teaching people about the 4-acre model. He was having a rally in Soroti, and that time I was working as a taxi driver. I was doing that mass business in Soroti. So when I had this, when I heard he was around, I crossed to go and listen to his story. And he was talking about a 4-acre model, how to improve household income. So when I came back, I was fired because I delayed there and the taxi came through. And the guy said, you go and eat those words that you had. But I had already this land, 2.5 acres, but I also had local chicken here. But after hearing that, I got inspired to put more effort on raising this chicken. So I raised the chicken to the tune of about 100 of them. Then I got a small incubator. That was about 4 eggs. So I used that incubator for multiplying my local chicken farm. Eventually I was having 1,500 local chicken around. And I was very famous for local chicken. So, but then local chicken were not answering my day-to-day needs. So I decided to translate it to layers. In Taifa Farm, we have 10,000 layers, which give me about 310 trays per day. And each tray goes at a price of 10,500. So approximately about 3 million shillings a day from the eggs that we get. Of course, it varies depending on the cost of the feeding, but at least a half goes for management, a half goes to our pocket as Taifa. So after selling the layers, that money, I invested it on dairy. I started dairy with the 4 cows, but you know, I have multiplied very fast because I'm using AI. I have my own semen bank here, so I do artificial insemination. And then I also got a vet who was able to train some of us here with the veterinary knowledge. I think he's even here, that gentleman there, our vet. So the cows that I'm going to show you are cows that are bred from Taifa Farm that produce, my highest produces 36 liters per day, and my lowest is at 20 right now, each cow. So 36, between 20 and 36 liters per day. And they all have names.
Now, that is the story of Joseph Ijala.
Kwana nyiningesi awaragan nai community rotokea Joseph Ijala.
He was a taxi driver nearby here.
Ido era ingesi le yapie kolonalo mnaoshepane.
When I was speaking here 11 years ago, he came to listen to my message.
Nenera rengo ane ikaridisi kau nyesabu Ijala omesikina nwa aomitengo.
Which is a message I have been giving since 1966. This is almost 60 years.
Erai nwa kiro nwe doka ngeinere. Ageuno kareli lukumite dopa kwa takanya ngon akaisa kanyapi kanyape. Edokengo noi do amuno ngebe apuputicha ese.
Abar in every ore.
Abaraba. Erai chutijoda obu orekon.
This has been my message.
Ngesi no abalengo ekotojoda ite abarano rekon.
When he had that message, he had 2.5 acres at home.
Aparasha no amisi kinija le kainer. Orike jasi keda misiri na are kedatu tubet.
And he said that he was sacked by his boss because he
Kido balolo peda be aponi ngesi renge ara swam osoroti ani.
from the taxi driving job.
Nare tekeringesi a taxi otaunane.
So when he went and implemented part of my message,
abungezo loto osoda itodolikin ache kotoma oinere sineika.
Because in our message, which we put in the manifesto of 1996, we are talking about 7 activities in 4 acres.
Nara ikotoma inapeta kosi nuepuga okarale lukumite do pakwa takanyango na kaisa kanyango ni kanyape ibi akiti akiro akanyare nu ebe iti jaswam anu adumu na bar.
1 acre for coffee.
Adope misiri anu era emwanyi.
1 acre for fruits.
Adope misiri eira araito.
1 acre for pasture for cows like these ones.
Adope misiri anwa melo anwa kituku.
1 acre for food.
Adope misiri anwi nyamat.
And in the backyard, poultry for eggs and piggery.
Doka une togo akokore anwa be anwe gwela naro kededa ay pitipege.
And near the wetlands, fish farming.
Ido kwa shepikedi sama akor agaria.
So out of the 7, Ijara picked just 2.
Oto makanya ariangu nukere. Abu ijalo lema aribun.
He picked poultry for eggs and now added dairy.
Abu berengeso sekute pita kokore anwa be anugwela nara. Konye koje kopkwana iyata kina kitu anwa kile.
When I visited him, that time when I took the video, he was producing 310 trays per day.
Otoma apara na bunienge pejo kini jala. Angini bere etolomingesi. Asinian anu abe akaisa unejastoma. Asinian akwata unike editomon angini paran.
But he has now doubled.
Eduanari kwa nirwana adolta kwa taka nyape kida kaisare.
And the cows were producing 300 liters a day.
Akituku aina na kineti jala akile nepetai ichupa ya kwa tauni angini paran.
But they are now producing, they're now selling 800 liters a day.
Kwa na egwelanari litai akwataka nyauni angini paran.
Therefore today, Ijara, here in Serere, not in China, not in Europe, not in America, here, in Serere, is earning 6.8 million shillings a day.
Abeta shoot. Ijalaba. And never no Serere. Merekere China, Merebulaya, ne. Edumune ijala angini pat. Milioni ni kanyape, kedi lukumina kwa kanyauni, angini paran. Ijala iapiapua no Serere ne.
That means 68 million in 10 days.
Apoloke imilioni na kaisa kanyape ikanyauni kotoma para shatomon.
About 200 million in a month.
Imilioni ni nepeta akwa tare elapedope.
And more than 2 billion in a year.
Da depar arita areda kotoma okare dope.
Without including value addition, which has also added.
Idoda mamereji malarit iboro sine jelwe yata king esida kati kwa na achina kokoredi perori ja gwelare.
Now
where
Ijara is creating a bar, there is no tarmac road there.
Nani pupete sisi nerane kede papa president. Ninane utarijala aitoloma bar e mame rotole kola sida.
The Apollo is not so good.
So Apollo ke mame re kolas kese ya una bar.
But a bar is there.
Konyibo rene polo. Nyesi aja utekede nyo abar.
As long as the road is passable, even if it is maram.
Konye chuta reje road. Don itora keju are motokari gali. Ejoko nepenen ara ide mame kolas.
I've got many testimonies here in my video, but I don't have time to show them to you.
Abete ajasengo kedaje na nuto toma video no le jasengo. Konye mame nga paketo di esikere I video no ngun.
This is why we say our contribution number 3 is a bar.
Ibore ngini ngesi balari sebe. Ai todoli kinere kosi na uniet ngesa yaun abar otunga.
I puch.
I puchu.
Apol. A bar.
Kededokwa na bar.
And we have been on this all this time. NADS, Ntandikwa, Operation Wealth Creation, PDM, Emyoga, all those money we have been sending to you, we have been begging you to get out of poverty.
Ikatungalu, iutari kela kirona abarano. Iau koje setandikwa, iau PDM, iau Emyoga, iau NADS, iboro lukeri balasebe katungalu imeda utesuda tote ribarete.
We are now going to continue sending the PDM money, the 100 million per parish.
Ilose yatakin ai jukunu ni kapunu lo PDM kotomoitela akus.
I will add another 15 million for the leaders to borrow from.
Ikatungalu alosengo yatakin milioni ni tomana kan. Totere ngare noko lueja asa doke na anu egitigita o kansulo NRM keres unengare noko imeda utesuda kotomo PDM.
Then I have created a separate fund for the fishermen because their demands are bigger.
Aseudongo atiakuna rupian ebi akino irago lo shape. Anuaro aitunga lwe lokete edia ochorin. Nara ingunu lu ochori itebali tegelkina kechakiro ikasetagaria.
And a fund for the religious leaders.
Adawenge itunu engare no kolu edini nida. Ebi akongo ngunuda ezriago keche o shape kidarupian.
In their dioceses and the Muslim districts.
Kotoma achokisho kech, kotoma anya nareta kededa ngunu kotoma anya nareta anu omusikitin.
We the ordinary Christians and Muslims, we shall continue getting our interest-free loans, low-interest loans from the parish PDM money.
Dokwa nesi ngun ingare no kolu idinin. Eraide esi aija ununu kusu ilo nini lo PDM. Ai torito toma anya nareta kus tomo mishoni ni kus omamei amedana ija unapugan kanekus.
But the leaders will borrow from the 15 million, which is 15 million the leaders, and the church leaders from their own fund, not competing with us, with the ordinary people.
Dodo ese ngare noko ese luche uni ngare noko luidini ni kedelu ngare noko luipate ija unata desu lukuso fandi ne kwate milioni ntomana kany kede lukuso da lwe ngare no kalidini kwenye mamipota maria keda so iso lo asaja.
There are university graduates who have finished university but not got a job for 2 years.
Eja chuti atumunak luangeta kisasyo man aro college aro university adauti kariyare mamedu mutosa swamsine.
For those who shall create a fund where they can go and borrow and do something for themselves.
Anukusu ebala papa president elosai biakini ikapuno dule dopet dojo da loste ai kopa unangina olosa geari koni kolero dodo joda ai pepe anepa nen narai aswamsine mamipu.
The areas of Teso, Lango, Acholi were disturbed by insurgency for a long time, and cattle rustling, and cattle there were destroyed.
Kotoma kide kedeto no Uganda ai moriarit Teso, Lango, Acholi kede laijeto necho angolola no o River Nile. Apotesi long unos kede jie ido da pono ngatara kusakitu adau na ojau.
When peace came, we started restocking.
Na bongu na aina pakini keda ipuch apota geutu ainya kana kini baren moti.
The restocking was going on.
Itamiti ainya kana kini ibaren moti.
But some people went to court.
Apotiche tunga okerata ukoti.
Made it a legal issue.
Inya ija ikine dakiro araute epegete la kila no epuga e.
And they demanded compensation. We started giving them money.
Ogeune tike la kui iliplebe mama ribare ne kotos kesi atachio ikapun.
We gave them 159 billion shillings.
Asota ija ikini arita ilukumina kwa tata kaisakan ikanyangon.
But when I checked,
konyene rei kinango,
I was not seeing the results on the ground.
Ere kingo chute jok mami borabu engan abu odolo kesi.
I therefore decided to consult the leaders.
Apolo kiabu enga tema ikapunu lenya kakitukulu luapoto kerata okoti bala mame uta saito dolikini katunga nyese nga bongunu ailipai chorio aneja senga renok.
I came here and called a conference in Teso here, Lango, Acholi.
Abuenga abune Teso kede Lango kede Acholi asodenga nyarar aurianet na itetema kirono.
I floated an idea.
Abuengo ataka kesa umishoit.
What if we gave each homestead some few cows and we...
Engobe, araibo itamakone ijaikini angoni kal akituka this.
And I suggested a figure of 5.
Ngesengate maribe eduma angoni kal akituka kan.
They liked it.
Apotwenga renok ialamikinos o minuta kirotona.
Then they said they are going to consult you.
Otemarete do engareno kolu ebe bongunete nekus anwami sikini nuiwomito sesi.
When they consulted you, you supported the idea.
Na pona tarengareno kolu ne ijasesi. Abakazi ba poto bongutu asoda limoki na engebe. Imina sesu da angonikal adumu na kituk akan.
We have therefore adopted that idea.
Atekeri no Soroti adaudongo da kwape president achamun akiro sitting in.
Of the 5 cows per homestead,
Your Excellency, your people are very cheerful on that remark from you.
So it's a bit expensive, but we shall implement it.
Atekeri no Soroti, atekeri no Teso. Ajelengo chutebe e pola itiai eja ikina ngonikal akituka kan. Konye kwa pale minesi e president kus alosenga utari aitodolikin.
So all these efforts are on the issue of Abar.
Apolo ke ikatunga nukere no awudedete ngaswam erano inyakakini abara kotomokali akus,
which is number 3 in our program.
Nare rai aina appetite na uniet kotomaloski neta kose kwa papugano NRM.
But there is a fourth point.
Eja akirosit na iwongonet.
Aswam.
Aswam sine.
Where does Aswam come from?
Aibo eponatar aswam sine.
Where do jobs come from?
Aibo eponatar aswam sine.
Let me show you where they come from. Let's see if Yamkama.
Ikatungalu. Ebale pape be angolia ikisibere bobo alabira ingun. Eteoto aibe ponatar aswam sine.
Welcome to Kamai Demonstration Farm. My name is Fred Byamukama. I'm a member of Parliament of Buganges West Constituency, Kakumiro District. We are now at our 4-acre demonstration farm. The land we have here is approximately 4 acres. This is a farm we started 2 years back here, 2.5 years back. And on this farm, we have a half acre of pineapple, has 6 cows for zero grazing. We have poultry, about 25,000 birds, but only 11,000 are giving us eggs. And we have 1 acre of grass. We have piggery, those are very many. And 1 acre of coffee mixed with banana. Where we are, this is the 4-acre model farm. I did this activity to teach my voters to lead by example so that my voters can learn what major the president tells the public. This is an initiative I learned from the president some time back when he sent me to learn to Kaumu, to Kisozi. I copied what I copied, this is what I came up with. And you will see as we move, or that side, this side, that's my 4-acre model farm. The house as well. You don't sleep here, but if you sleep here, the house as well is seated on this 4-acre model farm. When you look at poultry, out of the 25,000, birds, it's only 11,000 giving me eggs. Others are soon giving me, and I get $302 trays per day minimally, because 11,000 birds are supposed to give me 366 trays, but because of the feeding method, minimally. Then I sell in a month, you can get a net profit of 55 million, because you get 108 million, but you can't get all that. You have to buy feeds, pay workers, pay electricity, remain with 55 million net pay. When you get the cows per month, these are 6 cows. Each cow minimally gives you 20 liters. So when you get 20 times 6, that's 120 liters per day. 120 liters per day. For us, a liter here is workers, sometimes even the drug for spraying. That is zero grazing, you spray for ticks and other things. At the end of the day, you remain with a net profit of 6 million from the cows for zero grazing. So this is our grass. Here, 1 acre of grass. This 1 acre is enough feeding our 6 cows. And our cows are feeding well. With this grass we have. When you get like the half an acre of pineapple per harvest, we get about 4.5 million, and I harvest twice a year. You will see, even as now, there are those which I can harvest for my friends to take. When you look at the piggery, in a month, I can get about between 150 and 180 piglets. But those I don't sell. I give to my neighbors prayer. When you look at coffee, we normally harvest 12 million. We normally harvest 12 million from 1 acre because we are just starting up the harvest. We had the first harvest, and when you get about 12 million, but when you irrigate very well and you have fertilizer, you get between 18 and 24 million from 1 acre. Coffee alone minus banana, and this banana at the end of the month you can get about 1 million, 1.8 million. But I don't sell my banana, I use it for eating. So I simply irrigate my coffee to ensure the other 12 million I'm telling you, which you are getting from this 1 acre, because we have tested it where you receive. And here, currently, I'm employing 26 people.
Freeze it there. The previous one. The previous.
Ekoto papa inyakara ekau.
Now,
inyakara ekau.
This is what I wanted to show you.
Nungesi nana koto ngaitodi kinesi.
This is the young man, Biamukama.
Jakaitilo, Honorable Biamukama,
who listened to my message 3 years ago when he came to Parliament.
Abu Obu Eda Waitub, Abu Nero Parliament, Osoda Ipupeka Einer.
And I told him what I'm telling you now.
Abuenga limono kinesi, nuautanga limono kinesi kopana.
The 4 acres model for the ones with small pieces of land.
Akirono Misri na ngon, ngudulwe edisho kalupoko.
And he copied it.
Also develop chuti, ngesi da losite, abongo kina aswam kwapo kwa ngini.
Planted coffee.
Iraiki ne mwanyi.
Bananas.
Iraiki ne target.
Fruits.
Iraya raito.
A few dairy cows.
Osone biaki na kitu kadis nuakile.
And poultry.
Obiaki na kokoreda anuabe.
You had from poultry is getting 302 trays per day.
Owaya lo akokore edumunenei nepetai iritei akwata una kaisare luabea kaisauni angini paran.
And in a month he earns 55 million shillings net.
Eda unela pedope egwe laike borolu edumuneja kaitilo imilioni na kaisa kani kan kongo kong oisao
from eggs alone.
Anuabe bon.
That means like 600 million in a year. In a year.
In no imilioni na kanyape kong ekaredope
from egg from eggs only. The other activities. So Biamukama has gone from Ichan to Abar.
Adaute neja kaidi Biamukama asomuno chan ichelele kwa no lope okidingi na habari.
But Biamukama's Abar has now created a swamp.
Konyena akuna ngeso misikise jok nyesebe abarake Biamukama ainaki aswamsine nejidu engunuta ainaki aswamsine nejidu engunuta.
He's employing those 26 people.
Iteyo ituangunu akaisara lukanyape kere iswamaete ofamu kiaba mukama.
And today, when I was in Serere, Ijara told me that he's now employing 38 people.
Ebarakeri jalada ngesida ngino Serere ituka kaisa unaluka uni iswamaete ofamu ke,
including 4 university graduates.
ijala da chuti itungi wangon lesho mitosi o university kere samaito famu ke.
There was even an Atatai, the ones I trained in the skilling center here, who went into bakery. I've forgotten her name, but she's now employing 8 people.
Atatai tika na kolo abuenga motesa ne asodenga ngare tutuor aneo skilling center wokane kwana utanyesida aswamuna aswame mugati kedabelana re mugati nyesida ejaikaswa msina akanyauni neja asitunga.
NRM always wants politics of knowledge, not politics of propaganda, of shouting.
Iso o NRM ikono se politics leine rike da swam e politics la pol meres politics lai sab lai du elugambo anyo no center to no center.
So I am using these examples to answer the question of where do jobs come from?
Autange todikine sajena nutonu toderesi idumuneta bongo kinet nebalebe aibo eponatar aswamsine.
Some people try to give you the impression that jobs come from the government.
Ruananu ipu ejalo epotene ewongo engalangalesi omito sebe aswamsine kere elomuneto tomapugan.
All the government jobs put together, there are 480,000.
Aswamsine nweji asapugani kere imorkikijo. Tonina ara disisda. Erai ilukuna kwa tangon akaisa kanyauni bon.
How can 480,000 jobs cater for a population of 50 million now?
Epo nani epedera samsine ilukumina kwa tangon akaisa kanyauni bia yedolotor itunga imilionini akaisa angon aluare.
So I have shown you that Abar produces aswam.
Akorongesi ojenutu do misiki sebe eja unabaro tunga epote aswamsine.
And what I have shown you here is commercial agriculture.
Ibore torike ngesa ne ngesa kirono akur nu inyakunete ameda.
But let us see factories.
Akorongo ni bobo ereikisi eitatai.
Those are all, put the factories first. Put them on freeze.
Ebalapabe nyakutubere echumana no itatai nyakutubera chuman.
Freeze there. That is a town of factories near Mbale which has just come up.
Itata sunen. Eboma la chumana no itatai la aduko kinimbale kingane Mbale nen. Nyesine nitezesi pariparinen. Achumana no itatai ngon.
Let's look at one of them.
Asereikis adopet.
Now, those are workers in just one factory.
Nguni tete eso ebalasi nyudu ngun. Eso makangunu kiere ejasi achuma edope bon ne itatai.
These factories, which have just started coming to Uganda, are now employing 1.3 million Ugandans.
Ichumana lo itatai luageu na duko nokini Uganda. Eja ikisi itungalo Uganda million tedope kedilukubina kwa tauni eja ikisi aswamsine.
All the Ugandans working for the government are 480,000. So the factories are now employing 3 times more people than the employees of the government.
Owanyu tudesi itunga kerelu soma itapugan ilukubina kwa tangono kedakaisa kanyauni konyi chumana lubon eja ikisaswamsine irwa nauni aswamsine no ejasi otoma apugan irwa nauni.
So that is point number 4.
Kwana nyiringesi aina appetite now ngonet.
Number 5
na ikanyet
is what we call service delivery.
Na ikanyete ngesina bakai eja na kine la pugan.
Like security.
Ayuara.
How is the security going?
Epona nejar ayuara otunga.
Like the fight against crime.
ATG amumu otunga.
Like health.
Angaleu.
Education.
Aisisia kedasho man.
Information.
Akironu aiwe iye muto.
Entertainment.
Akironu aishal itunga.
Sports.
Akironu aboliaso.
This is all part of service delivery.
Nukere era akironu kamanara kede eja na kine lo itunga.
But we don't have time to go into each, but you can yourselves audit and see what has been done in each of those areas. Transport.
Emame ngapaki na lo state tatamanu kere. Wanijo kata kirono a lo steda. Emame apaki. Kuna kutenge subonik ire ikisi aboisho kuch bebi ai isama apugan akirono ejana kine.
You can see the service delivery that has gone very well and some that may have some problem.
Ejasi akirono ejana kine. Ache no alo toto jok. Ejano mamu ejase jokoda. Ekono kwa no night anyun aibebeit aitetenar.
For instance, immunization has gone very well.
Kwa party anyunet tumio ne kato alote joko noi.
But the curative side, the treatment side sometimes has a problem with the stealing of drugs in the government health centers.
Konye owaya la mukian kanoino ichuti ay mukio na dek chesana ejepolo ibacha chari motimoti isibito baliboro mametento.
This is where the NRM members need to listen to the guidance of the NRM.
Nyesina ni minariso lwapugana no NRM ay pupe jok ay chorio ne pate.
When we created the LOC system, why did we create the LOC system? There was already the Gombora chief, the Muruka chief, the Sada chief, the DC. Why did we create the LOC system?
Neige una akironu ikamutosi lwa LOC. Araide jangunu aja ile tela, aja ile rony, aja ile tem, aja ile buku, aja ile polokiti ADC law district leader. Inyoberi nakini so ibunike da akironu LOC.
I am the one who proposed the creation of the LOC system.
Engolo polo nyese pepe una akiro noitegear akiro noa LOC.
Because I had seen the corruption in the government. In the time of the British, time after independence, I was seeing the corruption in the government.
Narai abuenga ngichute apara shani musugunu ipugaite oni ajami dichina piai. Ija oni musugunu apugan abuenga anyebe eriko itunga kanini eo jakalemeletoi apugan.
The Gombora chiefs were corrupt.
Akokoloka apolokitemwan.
The Sada chiefs were corrupt.
Akokolaka luapolo kibukui.
The teachers in the schools had corruption.
Ajia inari akaninua ojaka osemeroida.
The veterinary were selling government drugs.
Imurokolu itiangida agwela nareti ke luibaren.
That's why, therefore, I proposed that in addition to the government civil servants, let's have our own people whom we elect ourselves to oversee these government people.
Ngesi munengate marebe. Araide jesu makapugan. Ekodo jauno situnga luisekioni kulepek. Lueja asikidingine itunga. Dodere kesi tete eito somae lo aswamisho apugan.
The LOC 1, the LOC 2, the LOC 3, the Member of Parliament constituency, Member of Parliament woman, Member of Parliament disabled, Member of Parliament worker, Member of Parliament, Eridare, all those are supposed to be the Nyamparas to defend our interests against the corrupt civil servants.
Lukere, E1, Lochalo, E2, Kereke Committee, E3, Obunijo, Ikansalan, Obunijo MPs, Luepolo Quintos Wengwalauna, Luepolo Quintos Angor, Luis Secretary Lukere, Ara Nukesara Utakonye, Itunga, Angitunu Chut, Aibo, Ejai, Amidich, Narupian, Nuejana Kine, Alitunga.
The LC5, the councillors, these are all your own people elected by you to supervise your interests in the government.
Ikansalan, Lo District, LC5s, Kata Luibo Balu, Era Lukeri Twali Secretary, Era Ikesesa Beta Nebe.